Hey, welcome back, YouTube. My name is Eric. I'm homeless here in Alaska. I was lucky enough to get this roach motel overnight, and I've been working on editing a video that I think you're gonna love. It's a banger. The first 5 minutes, I'm running around my camp getting chased by moose. I was laughing so hard at myself during the editing process, and I give you guys the permission to laugh at me as well. You're gonna like it. Sit back, enjoy, leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not. I just got my tent set up here. We're down here at the Chester Creek in Anchorage, Alaska, and I heard thrashing around. Sure enough, there's two bull moose over here. I don't know. There was a dog barking and they were kind of spooked. I think they see me, or at least smell me, or maybe now they hear me. But they're right there in the bush, dude. They're 30 feet away. Or not 30 feet, 30 yards, I'm sorry. They're 30 yards away, 100 feet away, 90 feet. Uh-oh, he's coming down this way. Yeah, I gotta back up. At least I'm smart enough to never move towards a wild animal. Oh no, they're not coming down this way. They're turning towards the other camp. So, there's a lot of encampments around here where I live. Let's try and capture these bull moose, dude. They're not coming to my camp. They're going to a different one. No, that was the opposite of backing up. Now I put myself in harm's way. Hey, yo. You guys all right? There's two bull moose right there. Yeah, and I'm too close. It's time to back up. Can you hear the car alarm going off? Yeah, I wanted to just at least capture a picture of them because it looked like they were heading off in the other direction. And I hate when I say, hey, there's a moose, and you don't even get to see it. But that was close enough for me. I got to within, I don't know, 20 yards, 50 feet, 60 feet. And they were both looking at me. Hopefully caught something on camera. We'll check it out later. If they come close again, they're on the other side of that bush. If they come closer, I'll get another shot of them. But yeah, they're feeding right there, dude. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. Literally, 1 second later, he's standing on the trail facing my tent. Hey, buddy. Why don't you turn around and go back the other way? I'd like to sleep here tonight, if that's all right with you. Yeah, he doesn't go the other way. That's a moose, man. What he does is he puts his head down and shakes it kind of back and forth slowly, and then takes 2 steps forward and looks up at me. Then he puts his head back down and shakes his head slowly back and forth like that and takes another 2 steps towards me. At this point, I got a decision to make. Well, I just got chased out of camp by those 2 bull moose. They came down that trail. I ran. I actually tripped, dude. It was just like a horror movie. Look at that on my freaking leg. Just like a horror movie, dude. The moose kind of put its head down a little bit and was starting to push me down the trail. And my options were to either jump in the tent and hope they just walk by and leave the tent alone, or retreat and run backwards. And I retreated and ran backwards. And like I said, it was just like a horror movie, dude. I tripped on the ground and fell. Oh my God, my headphones flew off. My camera went flying. But anyway, this is the aftermath of me getting kicked out of my tent by 2 bull moose tonight. Now I'm circling around. There's kind of like a loop. I can come back in on the other side. They walked right past my tent, like I said, and they pushed me out of that little spot that I was in back here. Come on, we'll go back in. Hopefully they just left. Thank goodness the moose never did charge me. He did push me through, though. He just kept putting his head down and walking, He was like, hey, buddy, I'm coming your way, and you need to decide what to do. I remember asking a park ranger one time, what should I do if I'm ever approached by a moose while I'm in my camp? He said, man, you can always climb a tree with a moose. He said, don't do that for bears, but moose can't get up trees. It was funny. At the time, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't I think, I can climb a tree or whatever. Man, you ever get out into a forest and look around at the trees and think, which one of these would I actually be able to climb? Yeah, they left. I mean, not really. They're still right down there. I can see them. Down there is the actual Chester Creek Trail, and there's a bridge that goes across the trail. You can hear the bikes go across it occasionally. It's like, boom. I can see a dude's antlers standing right down there. This is insane. Just another day in Alaska trying to survive out here homeless, dude, running around in circles from the bull moose. Can you see him? He's right there. Nah, my camera's not that good. Eventually, the moose moved on and I fell asleep. This is the following morning. Just came out of the woods. I got my tent all packed up. In my backpack there, I got my bicycle. Here's the moose right here, hanging out in this front yard, coming towards me. Where are we at? 22nd and Fairbanks here in Anchorage. Uh-oh, he's coming around the fence. I dropped my backpack off at my storage unit, and 5 minutes further up the trail, I ran into this cow moose that I was afraid to go around. That guy wasn't scared, so I'm gonna make a go for it. I want to try to go hiking and record myself doing it so that I have a video this week. And after 12 miles of bike riding, we have made it to the Prospect Heights trailhead. We found this tree to lock our bike to. It should be safe right there. Our plan is to take the Wolverine Peak Trail. The sign says there's a grizz on a moose kill not far from here. And we got our bear spray with us. I'm shouting out loud, bellowing, "Hey bear! Hey bear," as I'm down near the water. Just a few miles from me, a woman was mauled on the same day.
Right now, authorities searching for a bear that was involved in a mauling in Anchorage today.
Hold up, they can't find the bear?
A woman was mauled earlier today by a brown bear.
That's a grizz.
We will be sure to keep you updated as information becomes released because we still do not know the condition of the victim.
Sending out T's and P's to the victim and their family. Boy, seeing a sign like that really puts me on high alert. It's pretty intense, to be honest, walking in this vegetation above my head, knowing that there's grizzlies out here hunting. I'm all alone. Whew. Dang, this is exciting. Being out there alone in bear country can become intense, and it's easy to get spooked, and that's exactly what happened to me on this day. Right after filming that last clip, I ended up getting spooked. I decided I was going to turn around and go to the library instead. I wasn't even in the library for an hour and somebody stole my bike pump. Here's the empty Velcro strap where my bike pump once existed. Getting chased by moose, stalked by bears, and stolen from by tweakers has already been a pretty crappy day. What else could possibly go wrong?
President Trump signing an executive order to end homelessness that has taken over public streets.
Thank goodness something's got to be done to save our cities.
A new crime has been added to Anchorage law.
Hey, I'm from Anchorage.
Camping in certain parts of the municipality of Anchorage is now a criminal act.
Whoa, that escalated quickly.
Assembly Ordinance 2025-74 officially makes it a criminal misdemeanor.
That's not nice.
Construction or possession of construction materials with an intent to build a structure on these lands is also a misdemeanor.
They said I could be arrested for carrying a tarp through a park.
That would kind of put patrol in, kind of incorporate them in responding to camping that's in these areas.
And the exact same day, this cop rolled up on me while I was just standing on the sidewalk with my backpack and the accordion mat hanging off the back. "Hey buddy, I need you to stay right there. Gotta see your ID." This was a violation of my civil rights and I knew it. I hadn't committed any crime and no crime was committed. He didn't have a right to ask me for my ID. And I could have gave him a hard time and denied him. But I didn't. I just complied. I handed over my ID because I know I'm not a criminal and I'm not making no trouble.
Yeah, they got my bike pump, bro.
He runs my driver's license and it comes back clean. I take this opportunity to tell him about how the tweakers stole my bike pump at the library earlier today. But he didn't want to hear nothing about a real crime occurring. He just wanted to bother me and check my ID.
Well, you're good to go.
All right.
Have a good day, Eric.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you too, man. Stay safe out there, bro.
Even though this cop violated my civil rights, I still treated him with respect throughout the entire altercation. and wished him safety as he turned around and left. Thank God he was gone. Surviving homeless anywhere is extremely difficult, and Alaska is no different. But one thing that makes it a little more dangerous here in Alaska is the fact that there's wild animals everywhere. It's real, man, and they can get you. A lot of the homeless people here in Anchorage will group up and stay in cliques, and I think it's because there's safety in numbers when it comes to wild animals. Being alone up here brings its own challenges, but I'm prepared and doing the best that I can. And the political things going on in the United States right now is very confusing, but as many of you know, a part of my story was overcoming an addiction. And the way that I overcame addiction was getting arrested by the police, man, and I am thankful. I am thankful that the police intervened in my life and I went to prison. I learned some valuable lessons there, changed my whole attitude, and came out on the other side a better man for it. So, whatever side of the political spectrum you're on, it don't mind me. Everybody's welcome here. And in fact, I didn't even vote. So I don't take sides, but I love people, man. And I think if we can help them by directing money to institutions and forcing people off the streets and in the institutions that are just unwilling to cooperate with society and are completely, I think it might be beneficial, man. It'll be some painful steps, but I think getting these people the help they need off the streets. I just hope this money actually comes through, man, and it makes it to the people that need it, because there's a lot of hurting souls in our communities. A lot of hurting souls, man, and I just pray that money gets to them. Anyway, the heavy hand of the police saved my life, and it can save others too. With that being said, I just want to thank you guys for following along on another video. This one was a really hard one for me to make. I didn't feel like doing it, man. I've been kind of depressed and didn't feel like working. And, sometimes in life you just got to do things even though you don't want to do them anyway. Matter of fact, that's really what a lot of adulting is. You just got to do stuff that you don't want to do. And so I'm no different, man. We're out here hustling and bustling. And on the back end of all that drama, I got great news to report. As many of you know, I had to come back to Anchorage because of the problems I was having with my banking in Pennsylvania. Well, we got it all sorted out. Everything is taken care of and I got my money back. Thank you guys for having patience with me as I dealt with that behind the scenes. It was drastic and unfortunate, but we got it all taken care of. A special thank you to all my financial supporters. Every super thanks, Venmo, and PayPal is very special, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know where I'm going next. You guys gotta stay tuned. I would like to see the Alaska Fair that's coming up in 2 weeks, but that's still 2 weeks away. I hope that this video was entertaining for you. If it was, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and smile your way through the day.